Some people think they're exhausted with life, but sometimes it's not life that's draining you at all. It's the constant noise of people. And if lately you've been feeling emotionally tired for reasons you can't fully explain, this might be why. There are moments when everything starts feeling heavy. Your energy disappears, your motivation fades, you feel disconnected from yourself, from everyone. And eventually, a thought quietly appears in your mind. What if I'm just tired of life? But then something strange happens. The moment you're finally alone, your chest feels lighter, your thoughts slow down, the pressure softens. And suddenly you realize something important. Maybe life was never the problem. Maybe the real exhaustion came from the people surrounding you. Here are 7 signs you're not tired of life, you're tired of people. 1. You feel calmer when you're alone. You're not isolating yourself because you're depressed. You do it because silence finally feels peaceful. No expectations, no emotional pressure, no pretending, no explaining yourself over and over again. For once, your mind can breathe. And being alone no longer feels lonely. It feels safe. 2. Conversations begin to feel exhausting. Even small interactions start draining your energy. Simple replies feel like work. Small talk feels empty. Repetitive conversations start feeling emotionally pointless. You open messages, then leave them unanswered for hours, sometimes days. Not because you hate people, but because you're tired of interactions that no longer feel genuine. 3. Negativity affects you faster than it used to. Now you notice everything. The complaints, the drama, the constant emotional chaos. Things you once tolerated easily suddenly feel overwhelming. Your energy drops almost instantly around it. And instead of reacting, you quietly pull away. 4. You stop explaining yourself. You used to explain everything. Your emotions, your choices, your intentions, your side of the story. But now, you stay silent. Not because you stopped caring, because you became tired of feeling misunderstood no matter how clearly you speak. So silence becomes protection, a way to preserve your peace. 5. You intentionally avoid certain people. There are people you once talked to constantly. Now, you create distance. Not out of anger, not out of hate, but because you already know how you'll feel afterward. Mentally drained, emotionally heavy, completely exhausted. So instead, you choose space. And for the first time in a long while, it actually feels healthy. 6. You start craving depth instead of attention. You don't want more people around you anymore. You want something deeper now, real connection, honest conversations, people who actually understand you, people who feel emotionally safe to be around. You're no longer attracted to shallow interactions that leave you feeling emptier afterward. And because of that, your circle slowly becomes smaller. 7. You feel emotionally exhausted more than physically tired. This kind of tiredness feels different. Your body rests, but the exhaustion stays. Because the problem was never just physical fatigue, it's mental exhaustion, emotional overload, the kind that builds quietly after constantly carrying other people's energy, especially people who only take from you without giving anything back. And being tired of people doesn't make you cold. It doesn't mean you hate everyone. Sometimes it simply means you've been emotionally available for too long, giving too much, absorbing too much, pouring energy into places that never pour anything back into you. Eventually, your mind begins asking for something different. More peace, more distance from chaos, more genuine connection. So if this is how you've been feeling lately, don't force yourself back into the same exhausting patterns. Pay attention to what your energy has been trying to tell you. Because maybe you were never tired of life. Maybe you were only surrounded by the wrong people for too long. And that changes everything. Subscribe for more videos about psychology, emotional clarity, protecting your energy, and finding peace in a world that can sometimes feel emotionally overwhelming.